Not all yield farming platforms are created equal, and using the wrong one could cost you big. In this video, what I'm going to do is going to go through some of the yield farming platforms that I use on a daily basis. Again, this is going to jump between a few different chains and different protocols that I use, but again, the key here is grow your income, grow your passive income, and overall grow your crypto bags. So first things first is what we're going to do is we're going to jump on over here to PancakeSwap. I haven't covered PancakeSwap, obviously on a BSC chain is where it's based. However, they are active on a host of other different networks, which is great to see. So we have a similar process here as in all the other protocols. Now, pretty much depending on what your overall strategy is here. So for me personally, what I like to do is I like to obviously diversify into different chains and build out positions. But with PancakeSwap, it has you're pretty much rewarded. You can obviously be rewarded through fees generated in pools, and also you're rewarded in the cake token. So again, I think yeah, you can see it up there. The cake token is $2.18. Massive opportunity. This did go to 2021, I think 40 something, $45. So again, it's just an opportunity to how you can diversify into different positions and really take advantage of markets and stuff like that. So again, opportunity here. One position, I think I've seen it, USDT, USDC. See, it's 64%. Current TVL is 2.8 million. So an opportunity there to get in early and in a stable position where you're earning decent APRs. I would imagine this to drop very quickly, but it's an opportunity there. Again, we have USDC wrap BNB. So BNB is obviously the native token for gas fees, is 36%. The next protocol, what we're going to look at that I love using is VFAT. So VFAT, as I mentioned in the previous video, is excellent for overall yield farming. So we have the opportunity and the options here. So you have automated rebalancing, which if your position goes out of range, it'll automate the rebalance and get you back in range. Now this is good if you're in high APR positions and your rewards can outpace your impermanent loss. Personally, I try to avoid the auto rebalancing because I think it just can damage your portfolio very quickly. Automate rewards is excellent because it allows you to auto compound into position or auto harvest. Auto harvest is excellent because then you can just it's creating cash flow for you on a daily basis. Well, once it reaches a certain threshold, which is $50. We have the automated exit, which is a new feature is brought in. Again, this will allow you to get out of your position if you want to. You're in a specific range. So if your range is maybe 10% plus or minus, you could potentially look to automate exit once it goes maybe +8 or -10, something like that. So again, opportunity to get out of your position and hold a little bit of the core assets as well. So I think this is a new feature, and as I said, I'm looking forward to maybe trying this one out a bit more as well. The next platform, what we look at, is going to be over here, Beefy Finance. Now, Beefy Finance is again another platform that's on a load of different chains, and I think Beefy is brilliant for compounding your positions and growing your bags. For potentially getting active points and airdrop points and stuff like that, and farming airdrops. Which at the moment the big ones that happening now is Sonic, which is season 2 is starting, and we have Hyperliquid as well, which has started I think as well. So definitely an opportunity there for farming, getting involved in chains and getting into the airdrop. So definitely well worth a look here. Now the one thing I would consider Beefy to be very close to is very was it bear market kind of approach. Now not always for bear market of course, but it does really allow you to kind of compound your overall bags, and it's something I took full advantage of over the last couple of years with my own crypto, just letting it compound and farm and grow bigger and bigger. So the next one, and obviously Beefy are on a host of different chains, like I mentioned. The next one is Aerodrome. Aerodrome again, which is on the base chain, and recent news with them have been integrated, I think, into with Coinbase and stuff like that. So it is massive. Seen a decent pump, I think, in the overall position in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think. So again, with Aerodrome, you're getting fees obviously for transactions or swappings, but you're also getting the Aero token. With the Aero token, you can obviously, like you can see down here, you can lock the position, your tokens, you get a percentage, and also you can vote. See down here, there's different ones. I have a small bag I've been voting with, so you can see there's 39 cent there, 31 cent, 38, 37, and nothing there. But again, it's just an opportunity to earn. I think this is only 60 or 70 euros worth of a position, but like again, opportunity is there for definite. And then the last but not least is over here on Sonic Chain. Again, this is Swapex. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I use these regularly. I think they're an excellent platform for everyone, especially newbies, getting involved in crypto. And just to let you know that they do sponsor this entire series. Again, check out the link in the description, get you over to the Swapex platform. But again, with these is massive incentives for creating LPs and definitely for voting as well. So you can see here the different APRs. So we have a positions here. We just take this one, USDC wrapped ETH. You can see here we're getting 6x tonic points, which again I'll touch on that in different videos of airdrop points. You're getting liquidity to earn gems, and also it's provided you get a Swapex boost. So you're getting a massive boost and stuff like that on APRs here. And again, TVL is 1.41 million. So definitely a good opportunity. And the best thing about this is you're given the reward is obviously, as I mentioned, which was the VE Swapex. Again, it's going to allow you to vote. You're also going to get a Swapex token and obviously the gems. But the Swapex token, again, then you can either obviously sell it if you want to, or you can get back into different pools. So again, up here you have a position with Swapex and Wrap BTC, 141%. We have another one here is 210%, which is a Swapex in USDC. So you can see how quickly your position can start to compound and grow. So again, as I mentioned, obviously the voting, if we quickly jump over here, this is where you can vote every Wednesday evening. You can vote on different pools, and with this you can obviously get a return. So for roughly 1,000 votes, you can get $3.47 in this position, and pretty much it just goes up and up and up. And as you get closer to the voting days, you can obviously vote. So obviously this was last night was the voting Wednesday. Yeah, so I think it was Wednesday his votes are done. So these rewards are low at the moment because it's only a day after. So yeah, look, that's pretty much it. There are some of the key platforms I use for yield farming. The key thing here is I look to for APY ranges or APR ranges. I look for TVL that's in the positions, making sure they have high TVLs. I look for obviously on different chains and compound and stuff like that. So one of the key things I suppose to really pay attention to, because there is a lot of protocols pop up and stuff like that, is make sure the platform you're looking at, has been around for a while. If not, it has audits done, that you checked out audits and went through it as much as you can to the best of your ability, just to kind of give you a bit of extra support in your decisions on different protocols. Yeah, look, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, helps you understand the different protocols and different chains, and really kind of start to grow out your overall understanding of how to yield farm on crypto and different opportunities that are out there. So look, we're going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. I hope everyone has a great day.